And hello again, one moment as I make this full screen once again. Alright, and welcome back to the world of Danganronpa. I don't think this button works. Nope, button doesn't work. Okay, so where we left off was...
All the mysterious things that happened have to connect with each other somehow.
Connect how?
A wall only objects can pass through. Sounds that shouldn't be heard. A signboard going against the river current. How are they all connected?
I don't know, but Shuichi should know, right?
What?
We would be in a lot of trouble if you didn't.
Seriously, I don't think there's a big enough rusty cactus to stick up his ass that would make me happy.
The only one who can solve this mystery and save us all is you.
So, how are they connected? Do you know Shuichi?
Well, what we know so far is that the unnatural way the sign was carried is possibly related to the wall.
Well, it is the map.
I was wrong!
I have a heart attack. What was the setting on Kokichi's avatar that he... Oh, wasn't it that he couldn't attack Miu, so that way Miu could attack him without him being able to... Oh, you know, that didn't cross my mind till now. I mean, she'd be the only one who can go back and forth. Though I'm... Well, I mean, all these are the same... on the same aspect. Oh, but she's the only one who knew about the, that. No? What?
Damn it!
Oh no! Oh yeah. Huh. Something that only she would know about. Well, I mean, we already covered the wall. I thought I already covered the damn wall. That's why I didn't pick it.
Have to do with a wall that only objects can pass through.
Yeah, and she was an object and she could pass through it. I thought we just covered this. Whoosh.
The sign should have stopped at the wall on the other side of the chapel. But if that wall happened to be the one that Mew set to allow objects through...
I see. It's a wall only non-humans can pass through.
And that's why she created that loading transition that wasn't necessary.
The signboard can pass through the wall, right?
Even if it could pass through the chapel wall, how did it end up by the mansion?
The only way it could do that is if the wall was a warp zone. But it's not, right?
That's right. That's the real issue here. How could the signboard pass through the wall but end up on the mansion side? What would explain that?
Leave it to me, Shuichi. I, your partner, will give you hints in times of trouble.
Please don't. What?
This is the virtual world. We should throw away all of our common sense, okay?
Well, dirt, because anything can happen in a virtual world.
Huh? The hell does that even mean?
Kokichi might be onto something there. We need to forget about what we know and just think about it. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream? Putting common sense aside and focusing on the flow of the river. How did the signboard pass through the wall downstream and end up upstream?
That's it!
Dun-da-da-da.
What if both ends of the river were connected?
Huh? Both ends of river connected?
Exactly. To put it another way, the river isn't cut off at the wall near the chapel. It's all part of one big loop. The upstream part of the river is connected to it.
I wonder how many times it went around before it finally got stuck on the rocks.
What? What are you talking about? Both ends of the river can't...
Again, throw out all common sense from your head. We're talking about the virtual world.
Then what about the wall? There was only one wall that could be passed through.
Yeah?
Right. Even if the river's connected and it goes through the chapel wall, it wouldn't have been able to go through the mansion wall too.
It's the same wall! My goodness. Wait, in that case...
I got it. I know why Mew only set up one wall.
Because it's only one wall.
What are you talking about now?
The reason she only set up one wall is because the chapel and the mansion walls... The reason she could only set... Oh, blah blah blah.
That's it! The walls by the chapel and the mansion aren't separate. They're the same wall.
The same wall?
It'd be the same thing as if the water flowed through and came to the other side. I mean... Even if they were two separate walls, if the freaking wood panel went through both of them, it would be the same instance anyway.
It's not just the river. The walls themselves are connected. Don't think of it as two separate walls, but a single wall parallel to the y-axis. That single wall divides the entire virtual world. The idea is, you pass through the wall by the chapel and come out by the mansion.
Her entire intent was to just kill Kogichi, which I wouldn't mind. She would have to die for me to survive, but...
Everything is starting to connect. See, didn't I tell you? Everything is connected.
Damn it, Kokichi! Just tell us...
Shh, it's okay. More importantly, this is the final stretch! If both the river and wall are connected, then you can find the secret. Shuichi, you already know the secret behind the virtual world, right?
The secret, huh? Yes, I suppose we should clear that up. We need to solve the mystery of the virtual world. Hangman's Gambit! Anagram. I don't know what it starts with. W! Well, that looked like an M. Huh. O. Okay, R. What was it? R. L. Whoops! Which button is it that allows me to... L. D. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's it. Oh, oh. Where's the A? There's an A, right? Oh, never mind. World loops.
I see now.
Couldn't figure out what the combination of letters
Yes,
was.
That's it. The virtual world is a loop.
Loop?
Just like in old games, right? Like, for example, when a character goes off the left side of the screen and reappears on the right.
Yes, exactly.
I think that was
The edges of the
introduced with
virtual world
Pac-Man.
are linked together in a continuous loop.
The virtual world loops?
What in the world?
Why do they sound so surprised for a digital game?
If that's true, it would explain the way the signboard was swept away. It vanished into the wall downstream of the river, came out of that same wall upstream, and floated with the current until it got caught on the rocks.
What was the world like before Mew added the wall?
Probably no loading zone.
Actually, there wasn't a wall on the y-axis at all, and the x-axis was set to loop.
Are you serious? Even if it is a computer program, isn't that too crazy?
No.
A looping world. That's more extraordinary than even magic.
Oh my god. Ow, that hurt. I just smacked myself in the earpiece. No,
But
it's
at
not
least
magic.
it's not a boring answer. It also explains all the things that happened.
Huh? It doesn't explain everything, does it?
That explains why you could hear the sound. Maybe she didn't turn off the sound through that wall. Because everyone who tested the sound was at the loading area. Then again, probably would have...
Because we still don't know why we heard that one sound or Kibo's voice.
Yeah, sound doesn't go past the map loading point.
Well, that's the map loading point.
Actually, if we know that the world is a loop, we can explain that as well.
Huh? Really?
Yes, but first we need to be clear where the loop starts.
Where the loop starts. Doesn't it loop at the walls next to the mansion and chapel?
Or maybe it starts at the loading zone. Which means... That just seems odd to me, but I guess that could make sense.
Not necessarily. If we heard a noise at the chapel from inside the mansion, then the loop...
Over there.
Oh,
Oh.
no!
Game over. How can you make too many mistakes? No. No, do not be voted. It'd be awesome if you could just, like, say no and then they tell you who the blackened was.
Yes, that's it.
Oh, yeah. I know where... I was meaning that this side is what freaking loops, but
Yes,
I'm
The
stupid.
virtual world.
What in the...
If that's true,
We already covered this, I know. Continue. Meow, meow, meow. Okay.
Doesn't it loop at the...
No, come on, keep going. Alright, so I was doing this thinking like this half would be the loop, but it's actually right here.
There!
If you want to end up doing that,
The
so.
map loading point was where the virtual world looped. We thought the loading point was in the middle of the map.
But it's actually the beginning of the map.
But the loading point was actually at the edges.
So the wall Mew created wasn't at the edges of the world, but rather
In the middle.
her wall was at the center of the world.
I see. So the mansion and chapel were near each other, with a wall between them. And any sounds emitted near the chapel would also reach the mansion. The wall only allows non-humans to pass through, so sound should be able to pass through easily.
That's right. That's how the virtual world works.
Yay! Squeak, squeak, I need a new chair. New chair.
Impressive, Shuichi!
Oh, I really want him dead. Please, let it be him.
For you to get this far! Yes! Yes! You are useful indeed!
Useful?
For you to get this far, what are you, some villain pulling the strings?
Nope. Mew pulled the strings here, not me. Remember? Mew also set this trap. It all began when Mew showed us the map. Because of the map, we mistakenly thought the loading point was at the center. Which in turn made the mansion and chapel seem farther away from each other.
But the structure of the world wasn't actually like that. There was a wall along the y-axis, and the x-axis came around in a loop.
By putting that wall in the center of that world, she cut off the loop.
So ever since Mew showed us that map, we were caught in her trap. But we solved this mystery thanks to Shuichi. All hail our savior!
Well, that solves that mystery, but now we have to figure out who in the hell killed who.
Yeah, if Shuichi wasn't here, then we never would have solved this mystery.
That's right. Good work, Shuichi.
Thanks, Shuichi. You saved us.
I haven't finished yet!
You're welcome.
Just because we found out the virtual world's secret doesn't mean we can take it easy yet. Actually, this culprit hunt just got to the exciting part. Even if we know all the tricks, it's pretty meaningless if we don't find the culprit. That's how a class trial works, after all!
Kokichi talking like Monokuma again.
Going
No
to
matter
smash.
what you say, I'm not gonna believe your lies. I'm gonna believe in everyone. That's how I'm gonna reach the truth.
I can't wait to see what happens next!
What is Kokichi's plan here? He's definitely prodding at Kaito on purpose. Well, there's no time for distractions like him. What we have to do is find the culprit who killed Miu. But here's the thing. It says that, I mean, for the aspect that she installed the thing that allowed it so that Kokichi was unable to injure her, it doesn't mean that he couldn't have, like, wrapped the toilet paper around her neck and threw her off the edge or whatever it ended up being that allowed him to kill her. Because then it wouldn't be him killing her, it would be some other object that's unbreakable killer. It would all be for nothing. But I still don't know for sure who it could be. Who used Mio's own plan against her to kill her? Who killed Mio? Intermission. You know, it's actually a good place. I mean, it'll be a shorter episode, but at least we could stop right here. So I'm going to say yes to the save. I'm going to click this. And I'm going to go waddle up to hit that record button. And say thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of Danganronpa.